Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's fourth and final video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the 10 to 14 days for today's final video. Day 10 will take us to the 9th of April, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS ECM ensembles. We're going to try in a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at the CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, so that gets us well into the latter part of April. I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first. Video release here is our 6 AM UK weather forecast. We've also released the weekend forecast and also the first summer 2024 season 1 roundup. So check out those three vids if you'd like to do that. Like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. And thank you so much everybody for doing that for Gavs or WeatherVids. Hope you're having a lovely Easter Saturday. Right, start off with temperature. The CT is currently sitting at 8.1 still. That's 2.5 degrees above 61 to 99 average. That is provisional to yesterday, to the 29th of March. Maybe I can hold up at 8 degrees in the end. We've only got today and tomorrow to come. And today's pretty mild. Tomorrow's going to be colder, a little bit colder. But I think that might hold up actually above 8 Celsius. So maybe we will have March milder than the February before it. Just going to be milder with this March, I think, compared to February, but only just. These are GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles the next couple of weeks. Red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. It's only up about average at the moment. Going to stay that way for the next week. Over the coming weekend, get a bit of a push up in the upper air temperatures. It's only associated with an area of low pressure though. That'll just fuel rainfall really. And then as we go into the second week of April, possibly seeing those upper air temperatures dropping back closer to average. But again, more dramatic than temperature is what's going on with rainfall. So we have lots and lots of precipitation spikes here starting from late Sunday into Bank Holiday Monday, and then just going on and on. Loads and loads and loads of precipitation spikes there, and especially wet from like Monday through to about the end of next weekend. That window just there looking really, really wet. In fact, we might have our entire month's worth of rain for April in that week to 10-day period, believe it or not. But even beyond that, looking quite unsettled as well. The deluge continues. Temperature anomalies on the 30th of March to 7th of April coming out slightly above average. Notice Scandinavia and Nordic regions going very cold again. And precipitation anomalies from the 20th of March, 7th of April, as ever, they're coming out wetter than normal. Latest wind from Earth, lowschool.net, so we've got low pressure out in the Atlantic, where it will stay for the time being, but by the end of Easter Sunday into Monday, that low will be starting to push in, and then that will open the door to more areas of low pressure throughout next week. Check out weekend forecast more on that. Right, let's go through the chart data then. This is the latest UK Met Euro run, looking for midnight on Tuesday. Low pressure in the south, mainly dry and quite cold up in the north, and then throughout next week it's just watching areas of low pressure coming in off the Atlantic. So that's a setup by Saturday, 6th of April, deep area of low pressure out in the Atlantic, wet and windy weather pushing through. That will set up a very unsettled weekend for next weekend. Icon again with low pressure in control for Tuesday, and throughout next week various areas of low pressure sweeping in. That one looks quite vigorous there Thursday to Friday, and then through to next weekend, well, maybe just opening the ice bars out a little bit, so possibly a slight transient ridge, but overall still looking very unsettled. KMA looks like that, so more areas of low pressure pushing throughout next week and into next weekend as well. Always looking unsettled. In fact, right up to the end of the KMA run, gets us 11th of April. Low pressure bringing further bouts of rain. Remember, yesterday the KMA was suggesting we might get a bit of a ridge building from the Azores by the second week of April, but absolutely no sign of that on this KMA run today. So all wet to the 11th of April. We remain under caution with areas of low. The GFS midnight run is looking all much of much low pressure, sweeping through, rinse, repeat, right way up to day 10. As I say, within the first week, 10 days of April, we may have our entire month's rainfall. Now, the GFS midnight run does then start building up a little bit of a ridge. So through the second week of April. So still with some influence of low pressure, but by the very end, look at this, I've got a ridge of the Azores going up towards Scandinavia. That would bring a break to the unsettled weather. How long it would last, I don't know. The ridge looks rather flimsy, I have to say. We do have quite a bit of low pressure in the Atlantic, but that is a bit of a change from the GFS midnight run by the middle of April. Something drier starting to take place. But check out the GFS 6 then. Again, it's all low pressure, low pressure, low pressure next week, as you expect. Vigorous areas of low pressure sweeping through. In fact, it might even get a little bit stormy next weekend with that low. Perhaps bring gales or severe gales. And that low brings a bout of heavy rain on Saturday, and they'll do it all over again next week with this low pushing in from the southwest. So it's all low pressure in control, dominating weather. The right way up to day 10. Low pressure moves to the east of Scotland, and we pull down a rather cooler or colder northerly wind there by day 10, which is the 9th of April. Beyond that, though, instead of that ridge, look at this, the GFS 6 there just keeps the low pressures coming. So all the way up to the end, really staying cool, possibly rather cold actually, and also unsettled. No sign of a break there up to the middle of April. This is the aggregate 10-day precipitation accumulation from that GFS 6 everyone. Check that out. So this is from the 30th of March to the 9th of April. Widely northern and western regions getting up to 100 millimetres rain. Even the Midlands, eastern England, up to 70, 75, 80 millimetres. I mean, that looks exceptionally wet, and like 70, 80 millimetres probably going to be the month's rainfall within a week or so for April. So really quite extraordinary. Bear in mind today's a drier day, so there won't much precipitation falling today to account for that. And not a lot tomorrow either. So most of that is happening in the first week or so of April. Really quite extraordinary. Very wet start to April possible. If you enjoyed the video, I know it's a bit grim again, but if you enjoyed the presentation of the video, anyway, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. Why not drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much for doing that. We've put around 30 subscribers to get ourselves to 18.1k. So if you could give us a sub and tell your friends and family to subscribe, that would be incredible. And we thank you so much for doing that. Right, the GM, again, showing low pressure dominating the weather as we're going through the middle part of next week. This low could bring some heavy rain in on Wednesday. More low pressure pushing through Thursday. Perhaps slightly drier Friday, but by Saturday we're back under crush again. And then into Sunday, low pressure, low pressure, low pressure. Back to Sunday 10. And low pressure is still in the ascendancy, still in control. And then the ECM looks like that. Low pressure again, bring lots of wet weather on Sunday on Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all low pressure all of the way. That's a setup by day 10, which is the 9th of April. Low pressure just in western Ireland and further bouts of rain sweeping across the country at day 10. No sign of an end to the deluge there. This is a precipitation forecast based on the ECM run on tomedshowcom. We've got to watch out for this wet weather piling up from the south. Oh dear, into Bank Holiday Monday. Could give us a Bank Holiday Monday washout. Some parts of England and Wales, goodness gracious me, go north. Scotland and Northern Ireland might get a dry Bank Holiday Monday. And then more wet weather piles in from the south on Wednesday as well, and into Thursday. Yes, you guessed it, further wet weather. Very wet towards the end of next week too. Look at all these bouts of rain coming and going. It's quite extraordinary, isn't it? After all the rain we have had already, even at day 10, we've got another batch of rain sweeping through with a vigorous area of low pressure to the west of Ireland. These are the options on the table within the Eastern Ensembles Day 4, Day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office. Gets us to the 9th of April. 24 members of the ECM Ensembles with lots of low pressure over to West Country. That's looking very unsettled. We have 17 low pressure over to West Country and have 10 low pressure and to the west-northwest country. They're all dominated by low pressure. All options dominated by low pressure at day 10. 2 week time, these are the options that we've got. Gets 14th of April. My line went wonky. 27 members of the ECM Ensemble still with low pressure over to West Country. 14 with low pressure to west and through the country. and 10 with low pressure just to the west of the country. Again, they're all looking unsettled at both day 10, day 14. And finally, the CFS V2 beats the 500 millibar high times break down into week periods. The first week period takes us from the 30th of March, 5th of April. Next week is very unsettled with low pressure and control. Week 2 is also very unsettled as well. It will be the 6th to 12th of April. Low pressure sweeping in from off the Atlantic. Week 3 will be the 13th to the 19th of April. Trough low pressure right over the top of the country. Deluge goes on. A bit of a change to week 4, which CFS has been showing, fairly regularly, but it's 4 weeks away, so it's very unreliable. The 20th, 26th of April, some slightly higher pressure and starting to build up to ease. Could that be the break? Could that be the break finally? Something a little bit drier? Maybe, but it's 4 weeks away, and so therefore, we've got to stay very cautious on it. And certainly up to the middle of April, anyway, first half of April, looking very, very wet and unsettled. And we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And search everyone for Dear Matt. Won't drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and content. And don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. We thank you so much, everybody, for doing that for us. So the deluge goes on, no change. We shall keep looking to see if we can find signs of a bit of change. That's a homage to lovely Simon Keeling, by the way, with his looking ahead, Hi Simon, happy Easter if you're watching. Right, okay, well, just tell what's coming up tomorrow. We're going to have a 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. Show to Sunday on Easter Sunday tomorrow as well. So always an exciting day we do so. Sunday we only normally do one a year. So that's coming up tomorrow. Bring you updates with everything. So it's Cycle 24 related. And I'll try to squeeze in 10 to 14 days as well. We're not live streaming tomorrow because I'm off for, have Easter Sunday with family and that, and have some dinner with family. But before I go, I will try and squeeze in a 10 to 14 day video upload. And then on Bank Holiday Monday, again, 6 a.m. UK weather forecast, and we've got our historic weather video looking at 1964, 1965. It's a good watch. I've already recorded that. So it's a good watch. It runs to over 50 minutes, so it's a proper epic. And that will be coming up on Bank Holiday Monday. I might try and get in Terry Scaldi's April forecast as well on Monday, 1st of April. If not, that will be carried over to Tuesday. Well, you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I've got Solar Sunday to crack on with, but you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And for this one, that's all for now. And thanks so much.